Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, or should I say, it feels so great to be back. And if you are a new viewer, thank you for stopping by. If you are a regular viewer, thank you for stopping back by. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Without wasting any time, let's get into today's video. I am doing a get ready with me / story time with me, Thandontsai. Yes, you already know. But anyway, today's story is about how Juliet got her Romeo, or rather how my friend stole my man. So without wasting any time, disclaimer, this has nothing to do with my current state of loveland affairs, and this is my story, and I intend on telling it the way I want to tell it, because it's my story and it's mine to tell. Just felt like I had to say that. Anyway, without wasting any time, let's get into the video. So guys, without wasting any time, I had to do my brows off camera because that was gonna take a long time in this video. I don't want it to be like an hour long. But anyway, here is the story. So basically I just did my brows with my concealer. I used the infallible more than concealer in the color 335 caramel from L'Oreal Paris. So now I'm just gonna go in. I just put what's this, primer on my face, and I also used glycerine. So I put primer and then now I just applied glycerine. That's why I'm shiny, because this foundation, it makes me dry. So with the glycerine underneath it, yeah, it helps me out. But anyway, here's the story. Story dates back to December of whatever year it was, because I can't remember. But yeah, so me and my friends were planning to chill, right? To spend the 31st together and like you know, which is something that we had never done before. So we've never spent like the 31st on the streets. So we decided that year that we were going to do it. And a friend of mine, let's call her Juliet, her parents were going away for the December, so she was home alone, and anyway wanted people to come like chill with her for a bit because she didn't want to be lonely. So yeah, we went to, it was girls, 4 of us. We went to Juliet's place, and there was this guy that was hollering at me. Let's call him Romeo. There's Romeo that was hollering. So, and he stays in Kempton Park. Juliet stays in Kempton Park, and he stays like in a suburb in Kempton Park also. So I told him that, listen nigga, I'm gonna be around, so me and you this can just give us time to just like seal our thing off, because we were not yet dating, but we were about to date, you know, when you still. So we just needed this one thing to just finalize and seal everything off. So yeah, we go. So I got to Juliet's place on the 30th. The other girls got there on the 31st. So I got there on the 30th. No, me and this other girl got there on the 30th, and then one other girl got there on the 31st. So when we got there, I told obviously Romeo that, yo, I'm around, so you can come holla and what's not. Obviously he was happy. So he came to holla and we were chilling. Then he asked me, what are we doing for the 31st? And I'm like, I'm not sure, but we wanted to go out and what's not. So he's like, well, if you guys don't have plans, or after you guys plans, can you please come? Because we are having a braai, me and my friends. That's how we initially met, because we met at his place and we were having a braai. So he's just used to hosting people and having braais and stuff like that. So I'm like, no, cool, no problem. I'll tell my girls, and if they're okay with everything, oh, my foot is numb. If they're okay with everything, then we'll come, no problem. But and anyway, you know, why not? So cool, he goes. Then 31st comes. So during the day we wake up, fast forward until later on. So now we're planning to go out, and then we actually he comes and drops us off at Duke's, because we wanted to go out. So we didn't have transport because none of us drove at that time. So, and Uber was like a thing of, yeah, not there, non-existent. So yeah, so he came and I'm like, can you please take us to Jude's and what's not and what's not. I was like, no problem. I think with him it was a bonus because he knew that if he drops us off, then he's gonna pick us up. And definitely we're gonna be chilling with them. So he came, he dropped us off at Juke's. We got to Juke's, it was really dry. I mean, I think it was just 31st and everybody was just spending it with loved ones at home, and you know, the type of 31st situation that happens lately. So it was dry, so nothing was happening, and that was around 9, and then we decided to leave. Fast forward, we went to some friends of ours' place, and then there was Brian, and it was also boring. So we decided to leave. Then we went to Romeo's place. We get there, it's a vibe. Everybody's vibing. He's with his friends. I know his friends. Remember, I did say that I once chilled with him, and that's how I actually met him. So it's a vibe, and we're chilling. Everybody's having fun. Guys are starting to holla. You know, you can see that one is hollering because it was 4 girls, 4 of us. So me, I'm with Romeo, obviously. So now other guys are trying to holla at my friends. Okay, some of my friends were entertaining them, but you know, and then some of them were just, you know, going with the flow, whatever was happening. So yeah, fast forward, we spent the 31st day. We ended up we ended up swimming at night. I almost said skinny diving. No, we didn't. It was freezing, but we swam, and it was just great. It was just great vibe. So me and Romeo at that time, everybody can see, like, even God could see that these people are vibing, and they now, like, literally. And then the following morning, we actually spoke about the relationship, and that's when I think we sealed it off that, yeah, we are dating, and what's not, and what's not. So fine. So the following day, the guys said they're gonna be having a brime. So can we chill with them again? So we're like, yeah, no problem. Anyway, Juliet's parents are coming back on the 2nd, so it's still the 1st. So no problem. So we chill with them. Right, everybody's vibing. I'm vibing with my man, my new man, because we just sealed things off. We vibing. Everything is fun. Everything is happening. Fine. And then the 2nd comes, and then now it's time for everybody to go. So when we're going, right, because I stay far, I had to catch a taxi. And then the other 3 girls, so it was 4 of us, I had to catch a taxi to go back home. So the other 3 girls, Julia was best friends with one of the chicks, right? And then she was not going. She was going to stay and pretend like, with the parents, like she was the one who's been there why. And then the other one stayed in Kempton Park. So I was like, guys, can you guys, because it was already late, you know? So I was like, and at home they were like dialing me like I'm crazy, like I went missing or something. So I was like, guys, can you guys please drop me off first, and then at the taxi rank, and then, you know, you can go drop these girls off after, because in the car it was Romeo, it was me and the girls, and then it was his other friend that was hollering, my other friend, the one that stayed in Cape Park, not Juliet. So I know this is confusing. I hope you guys can keep up. But anyway, so yeah, they dropped me off, and then I went home. I left with his cap and his hoodie, you know, your girlfriend vibes. I'm like, yes. And yeah, so I got home, I spoke to him. Me and him are like legit now vibing. You understand? So we vibing, we dating. There's no in between. Like, we dating. Okay, fine. So that was the first week of January. Fast forward to, I think it was the 3rd week of January now. I get a call. I'm at home, and during the midst of this, I think that day when I got the first call, we were planning that, we had just spoke that the following day I'm gonna go see Romeo, right? So that was like our plan, that he's gonna come pick me up, I'm gonna come to him, whatever the case might be, right? Fine. So that day, I remember it was a Thursday, because we were gonna see each other on a Friday. I received a call from Juliet. So Juliet is like, hi friend, I just wanted to give you I just wanted to ask you for permission, because my friend Juliet had just graduated. So as you know that I am job hunting and everything, and so I don't know if you would have a problem with me having lunch with Romeo. He's helping me with job hunting, because they're in the same field. So I'm like, wait, when did this happen? I thought, no, how did you get his numbers? So that was my first question. How did you get his numbers? Because according to me, if you're my friend and you want something from my man, you go ask me, and then, especially because you guys are not friends, and then I direct you to him. You know what I'm saying? So she says, no, I asked it from this other guy, the guy that she was chilling with during the 31st thingy, and because I'm looking for a job, so I just wanted to get your okay with everything, so that I can continue. We're gonna go for lunch, but if you're not cool with it, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm like, no, let me call Romeo. So I hit Romeo up. I'm like, Romeo, quite Romeo is like, ah man, no man, your friend was just calling me and asking me for help to find her a job and what's not. So I'm like, what's this thing of you having lunch with her, and her asking me for permission and shit. Sorry for the language. And he's like, ah no man, she was just busy, guys. So he was just busy. She was just asking me for help and just pay. Like, there's nothing going on there, babes, and what's not. I'm like, oh, okay. Then okay. So I call back the friend. I'm like, number one, I don't understand how you guys got in contact without me. But okay, it happened, and there's nothing we can do about it now. But I'm not really comfortable with you guys having lunch. Whatever you can discuss via email and what's not, or text or whatever, or phone call, or when I'm there. Oh yeah, I actually suggested that I'm going there, so excuse me. So the girl's like, okay friend, my friendship means a lot, so I won't do that to you, don't worry. I'm like, okay. So the matter was cancelled. So that weekend, no, and then that was Thursday, and then Friday I get a call in the morning from Juliet again. Juliet is like, your friend, I was actually not being truthful yesterday. Actually, Romeo asked me out on a date. It's actually not a work lunch, it's a date, and I'm actually considering going. Huh? So I'm like, and mind you, it's still like 7 a.m. So I'm like, what date? When? I hang up, I call Juliet. Romeo, what's happening? My friend is telling me that you asked her on a date, and he's like, no man, there's nothing like that. Kanti, what's up with you and this friend of yours? What's happening? He's just like trying to be a man about it. So I call her back, and I'm like, I remember I was using my father's phone because I didn't have airtime. Sorry, guys. So I'm like, what's this? And so she's like, so me and Romeo have been talking ever since, and he asked me out on a lunch date, and I really don't want to miss this out. What if he's the one?
No. No. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
What if he's the what? Excuse me, what? I couldn't breathe. I think I had a mini panic attack. Nobody knows this, but I think I had a panic attack. So this is just concealer. Oh, sorry guys, I went in with I used the Smudge foundation stick SPF 15, the color almond, as my contourer. This one is a bit lighter because I don't want like a heavy contour. So anyway, I'm like, what, girl? What are you saying? What are you saying to me? She's like, what if he's the one? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna stop you with your happiness. If you think he's the one, go for it, girl. No, but I didn't say that on the phone. That was me in my heart. But I was like so hurt. So I was like, wow, really? And she's like, I hope this doesn't come in between our friendship and what's not. I'm like, oh, the nerve. Anyway, I hang up. So I call Romeo. Like, it was just, I call Romeo and I'm like, what is this game that you're trying? So in my thinking, I think Romeo at first wanted to like play the both of us and like, be busy with the both of us, and this girl was not gonna have it. So I was like, what's happening? So now you want to be taking this girl out? I thought we were dating, but anyway, have fun. Because now that's my ego. I'm not about to beg you and what's not. So I'm like, anyway, have fun and what's not. So I hit my best friend up. I tell her the story, and she's like, she wasn't there. She's like, yo, Mina, I wasn't there. But anyway, so yeah, that was the story. And then they end up going for the lunch date, going for 3 lunch dates after that. So I'm just patting my concealer because I can't find my beauty blender. The hand works best, ladies. The hand. So yeah, that's basically the story. Okay, they ended up going on a date and going on dates. Actually, not even a date. Where is this brush? They ended up going on dates, not 1, not 2, a lot of dates. Fast forward, he turned out to be the one for her. Like she had said, what if he's the one? Quiet with me, everybody. He ended up being the one for her, and fast forward, I'm not gonna get into that story because then I don't want to really offend people. But yeah, ended up living happily ever after. Ended up. Moral of the story: do not stand in the way of other people's happiness. If people tell you what if he's the one, let them have them. Maybe they are the one. I know I'm laughing now, but this really like took a toll on me for the longest time. For the longest time, I couldn't trust the friend. It actually got so messed up that friends were involved. Not that they were involved fully, but you know, now I ended up distancing myself from certain friends because I felt like they didn't treat the situation fairly, although like I don't have the right to do that. I'm just applying powder here on my eyelids because I'm not putting on any eyeshadow today. So I'm just applying powder so that it doesn't crease or anything. So yeah, it just ended up taking so much of a toll on me because like there was a lot of resentment. There's a lot of people I was angry at. There was a lot of people I thought they could have so I'm just gonna take my brush and fluff out the baking that situation, because even way after the girl came back to apologize and what's not, but I was like, you know what, I had already forgiven her before she even said, she even asked for forgiveness, because that's just the person that I am in general. I'll forgive your ass even though you don't deserve it. But I just wish things could have been handled different. Like, I just wish people would not hurt me. And obviously friends couldn't choose sides. Like, how do you choose sides? Okay, I know which side I would have chosen, but how do you choose sides when you are caught in between two friends and you do not know which side to choose? I guess that's when you go back and look at who is like really your day one. But anyway, but I was not gonna expect them to choose side, even though I really wanted one of them to be like, yo girl, to like call her out, you know, because I think I'm the type of person, I'll call you out. But yeah, like call her out and say whatever you did was just rubbish. We get it, it happened, and it happened, there's nothing we can do. But I think it would have made the situation better. But yeah, it never happened. So at some point I had resentment towards, because everybody just expected me to be fine. But anyway, and I wasn't fine. Like, I was never fine, and I was never gonna be fine. You know, like, how do you expect somebody to be fine after they snatch their man? But I think now, not even now, I think it took a year for me to like really get over the situation, and a change of environment, and me moving away from Joburg to a different area, province, and what's not. And then I actually healed from the whole ordeal. Even though I was not still hung up on it, but it was like at the back of my mind that, yo, shit, people are capable of doing such, to an extent where I don't trust people now. I don't trust them next to my man. Like, I don't want people next to my man. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want friends next to my man. I don't want to be next to other people's mans when they're not around also. Like, I never want that situation to happen to anyone. Like, I never want anyone to be made to feel like that, ever in my life. So it was just not lekker. But yeah, nonetheless, we continue to breathe, we continue to breathe. So now that's me done. I actually took a gold eyeshadow. That's what I was using as a bronzer. I use this sometimes on my cheekbones also. If you don't have bronzer, you can always use eyeshadow. If you don't have eye highlighters and you have a gold eyeshadow, girl, use that on your cheeks. Use it. Because it works just as perfectly. Eba? I was using my my eyeshadow as a bronzer. So I'm just trying to show you guys that you can use anything that you have to perfect your face. Like, don't stress. Like, the face is not supposed to be something that you stress about, you know. Take my blush. Make sure that when you put on blush, don't put on a lot, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that. You see? Almost did that mistake. So I'm just gonna take another brush and fluff it out. So yes, guys, that's round about the end. So I'm just gonna go in with my L'Oreal Paris lip paint matte. This somehow is not the right shade of red that I would like it to be. It doesn't feel right. And it smells like shit. Oh, it doesn't taste like shit. Okay, it said matte. So it's the first time I'm applying it on my lips. So I just want to see if it's going to turn matte. But yeah, guys, that is the full face. I'm done with my face. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it doesn't stay this shiny. One, it's some... don't understand this red. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed my story. And remember, disclaimer, I did say this has nothing to do with my current state of land affairs, and it happened a long time ago. And this, I felt like this, it took a long time for me to actually decide to do the story, because I don't want to hurt the parties involved or the people that were actually Romeo and Juliet. But I felt like it's my narrative, it's my story, it happened to me, so why not talk about it? And anyway, yeah, it's life, we continue to breathe. So anyway, if I did cause any, I don't know what, I'm sorry, but yeah, that was my story, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to love and leave you for now. I will catch you on my next video. I don't know why I'm so hyped up, but I am. So I'll catch you guys on my next video. Toodles! Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. I want to know what you guys think about this video. Comment. And I will list all the products that I used on my face. I'm actually starting to like this L'Oreal foundation ever since I started using this method of applying glycerin underneath my skin. I like it a lot. So anyway, bye guys. I will see you guys on my next video. And I promise I won't take this long.